This podcast contains explicit content. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Creepy Cannabis Podcast, where we chat all things creepy, cannabis, true crime, paranormal, and weird. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Rachel.
And today
we just spent maybe 10 minutes trying to figure out what the ghost voice was on
don't admit it.
Our test recording, and it was literally Madeline, but none of us, well, she sounded like a grown man, so...
Look, I can't control how I sound.
It just is more...
It was terrifying.
It was terrifying. I was like, what the fuck?
Here it was, me all along.
After the haunted house thing and me leaving this creepy-ass fucking little music box in here, you know, this bitch, she harbors animosity.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of any word I wanted to say.
Animosity was a good one.
Okay, good. Before we get into... We're not 100% committed to what we're doing today because, you know, we're adults and we have full-time jobs and it's really fucking hard. And I tried to take a nap and my Boston Terrier was being like a total dickwad, just barking at everything.
Yeah.
I was awoken earlier this morning to the sound of Madeline scraping her fucking car for 700 years.
Took me literally so long. And I literally get out to my car and I was like, 4 inches of hard ice. Not only hard ice, but I didn't put my windshield wipers up, so the windshield wipers were encrusted onto the windshield.
No.
So then I had to turn the car on immediately so it would start heating up to start melting the windshield. But I was like, I'm just going to be so late. And then I started scraping, and then it was like 6 layers. So it was like first scrape layer, second scrape layer, third scrape layer.
I was getting so angry because my work for the first time in history opened late today because we knew it was going to be icy. And I just hear scraping, and then it would stop, and I would close my eyes, and then... And I was like, how much fucking ice? Surely
so much ice.
And then like
I had to go to work.
Girl, let me tell you. So yesterday,
was I just gonna call out like, oh, there's ice on my car? No.
We decided to close early, which I work at a vet hospital. We never close, but we decided to close early. Thank God. And I kind of knew like, cool. We had called everybody in advance, and I wasn't gonna have to do all this extra work, and I could just leave and go home at 3. And then I get a call around 5 or a text that we're going to open late today. And I needed to call all these people to move their appointments back.
Oh, great. Right.
And I had to call the 2 surgical appointments and be like, come at 9:30. And I have it in writing, 9:30, because none of them answered. So I used our text app as well. So I get to work today at 8:47. My mommy dropped me off because I'm a child.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go on the ice. And there's... literally all the cones are out, like with the parking spot numbers, and I'm getting out, and as I'm getting out, there's 2 other employees in scrubs, like clearly who work there, and they're like in the parking lot, like coming in, and we all have our shit, and we're like getting ready to come in, and there's a client parked there, as usual at the ass crack of fucking dawn, and I'm like, somebody's 45 minutes early, but whatever. So I'm going to walk in, and I hear the typical white girl, excuse me. Excuse me.
No.
And I was like, here we fucking go.
Nope.
Here we go. You know that sound only like a fucking piercing soccer mom can make? Sorry if you're a soccer mom, you know how you sound. So she did it. And I turn around, I'm like, yes, how can I help you? As I'm not clocked in because I still have my fucking
help you
purse on my arm. Are you guys open? Because like I was told to come at 9. And I was like, oh, no, it was me that called you last night. 9:30 is what I said. And she was like, oh, yeah, 9:30. But, like, are you open? Because I just tried to call and nobody answered. And I was like, well, me with my stuff going in to clock in, I'm the one who's opening. So I didn't answer.
answered the phone.
Because I was like, I'm not in there, so I can't answer your call.
Guess I better go in.
Goodbye. And when I tell you that this happens every opening shift, if you work in a vet hospital during COVID, I just need anyone, a single soul who listens to this podcast. There's at least 23 of you I checked. One of you has to work at a vet, and I need to understand if this happens to you, because it's every single day. And every single time, they will watch me park my vehicle. You drive to work as a human, you know how it works. You're not there until you're inside. Like, I'm not inside. I'm in my car. And they will watch me, with my keys, go to open the fucking pitch black building. Oh, I'm here to check in for so-and-so. Okay, well, I'm here to take
I'm outside.
myself inside, get my coffee, and take my morning shit, all before I answer your call, because we don't open for 35 minutes. I know that was just, like, really long-winded, but, like, do you ever have something trigger you so hard?
So hard.
Like, so much rage. Like, the sound of her fucking voice just being like, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You can see me. Whatever. It was fine. She's nice, and it was fine, and it's fine. Everything's fine. What the fuck is that fat ass blunt doing in here?
It's a joint. Blunts are a different form of wrapping. Can
we just talk about how the fact that I don't smoke and Maddie's constantly chastising me on not knowing the lingo?
Anyway, this fatty over here.
She's so thick, guys.
Is called Cookies and Cream. It smells really sweet. Like, if you smell the flower.
Smell that. I can smell the sweetness in there, but I honestly
It smells like Fruit Loops. Oh, I just hit my mic. I hit my mic. It smells like Fruit Loops, but it's called Cookies and Cream. And it's basically a 50-50 indica sativa hybrid mix of Starfighter and a version of Girl Scout cookies.
Who makes these names?
I don't know. Stoners. This bud has fluffy popcorn-shaped dark green nugs with dark purple undertones, fiery orange hairs, and frosting coating of clear crystal trichomes. It was like crystally AF, but I already ground all of it, so.
Yep. I'll never know.
The high starts with a happy head lift that's both euphoric and creative with a slight sense of energy. This is accompanied by a relaxing, sleepy effect that leaves you dazed and blissfully unaware. Great, that's exactly what I need today. Of any pain or anything happening around you.
Fuck, that's what I need today.
So these effects, coupled with its intensely powerful 26% THC level, makes Cookies and Cream perfect for treating conditions such as chronic stress or anxiety, nausea, insomnia, muscle spasms, and depression.
All of the above is what I have.
And it was High Times Magazine's top 10 list in 2015. It also took first place for Best Hybrid in the 2014 Denver Cannabis Cup for its insanely delicious flavor and powerhouse hybrid effects.
There's a cannabis cup?
There's a million cannabis cups.
This sounds like the Harry Potter.
California and Colorado have been living their lives for a long time.
I mean, the rest of us will follow shortly because even the higher-ups can't deny that we need this in
you can win awards for your strains. You can win awards for different products. It's like
I need to know
a 3-day festival, and they do it in California. They do it in Colorado.
Did dog shit win any awards? Just asking for a friend.
Cannot confirm. I don't know.
It
might have, though. I don't know why people love it so much.
The political answer is maybe, maybe not.
Unsure. Unclear at this time.
So, as we mentioned, it's just been, I don't think it was like a hard week or anything, but
it's a hard week.
It's a big commitment.
It's been 2 hard weeks.
Doing the podcast every week, it's a commitment. I'm going to be honest. I'm always researching and writing my notes 14 minutes before we film because we do have very busy schedules. I work like 14 hours a day most days.
I work at least 50 hours a week.
Maddie works very long days, like Monday through Friday.
More than that, with the templates and shit.
Oh, yes. Well, that's both of us like are in a managerial position, so we both get contacted outside of work constantly. So it is really hard.
I don't even get my friends and family's texts anymore because I just have 70 employees who are messaging me about their timesheets.
It's like I've never understood how people are so irresponsible that like until you become a manager and you're like, how how do I have to be responsible for so much of your bullshit? And also, do you ever remember a time
bullshit
that you were
from
just
people that have kids, yo.
Oh, yes. Oh, this one
It's
coworker I
weird.
used to have.
I'm like, what are you doing?
I can't even say a thing about it because she'll know exactly who I'm talking about because she... And here's the thing, like, you do you. She was like, I'm going to ask her what I need for myself, but it was, like, the most absurd shit you'd ever hear in your life. And here's the thing. I don't have kids, so whatever, get an attitude, but I'm doing aggressive fertility treatments where I literally have to be injected at specific times of day. And guess what? I'll have somebody at work stab my shit in the ass cheek, and I just go back to what I'm doing because I'm an adult. Mm-hmm. My sister-in-law, but whatever. She has 3 kids that are fucking hyped. And she works from home, has a very high level job, busts her ass, mothers the shit out of those kids, makes them fucking dinner. She can do it. And when I tell you her kids,
that's a lot.
Thank God he made them cute. Because they're bad. They're bad as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows it. They're bad as shit. But having employees is like having drugged up toddlers.
It's depressing sometimes.
It's
just like,
so hard. And do you remember what it was like to be like a blissful non-manager? Like, to just be like, oh, I can't work that day, and then just not?
I do.
Like, people be like, oh, I can't work that day, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm working it. Cool. Cool. Like, I don't have a life or a soul left, so.
I mean, thank God we have like 70 employees, but...
Sorry, I cracked my
There's always a shitload of people, but...
The point is, it's very hard, and sometimes it doesn't leave us the time we would like to dedicate. Obviously, if we were like a larger podcast and had been around longer and it required more of a commitment, we would have to learn how to juggle that in that way. But
I still wouldn't juggle it appropriately.
No, but it's also, we're doing it for fun. Like, this makes us happy, and it's fun, and it's an outlet to, like, get away from the bullshit. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we have the time to, like, really research it, and sometimes... we don't. And you get what you get.
I mean, it's still interesting, the stuff that I was reading about.
Oh, yeah. It just might not be as long.
No.
I think it's more so that. Like, sometimes they might be little shorties. Little shorty shorts, and that's okay, too.
But basically, was it last week? This week? Last week. Some former Israeli space security chief says aliens not only exist, but that humanity is not ready for their presence.
Bitch, we're not ready to manage ourselves. Of course we're not ready for the aliens. We can't even accurately clock in.
No, well, I can, but apparently some people can't. So, this former, like, Israeli space security chief, which, like, he probably knows what the fuck he's talking about. Yes. Sent eyebrows shooting heavenward. All right, whoever wrote that is a dick.
Accurate.
By saying that Earthlings would have been in contact with extraterrestrials from a galactic federation.
So exactly like Star Trek, by the way. Do you watch Star Trek?
No.
Well, they have a galactic federation. It's literally called the Federation.
Yeah.
Are you good?
Yeah, I was sitting on my foot and I was falling asleep. So, apparently this guy is a respected professor and, like, a retired general, and he said the aliens were equally curious about humanity and were seeking to understand the fabric of the universe. God, I keep hitting this thing.
It's because you had that fatty and now you're just...
Yeah.
You're blissfully unaware. Yes. It works, y'all. It works.
But he's saying there's, like, an agreement between the U.S. and aliens where they've signed a contract with us, with our government, let's be real, to do experiments on us.
So just America. They were like, they seem like the weak link. They'll let us experiment on their people.
Well, I mean...
Yes.
Yeah.
Accurate. They're like, those freaks are down for anything.
He added that President Donald Trump was aware of the extraterrestrials' existence and has been on the verge of revealing the information the entire time, but was asked not to in order to prevent mass hysteria.
This is where Maddie and I just, like, cannot agree, because no self-respecting individual would give that man a fucking secret. Look at his Twitter account.
I mean, no, I don't.
There's no way this bitch knew. He can't know. Either he fucking knows and he walks around like Saving Silverman with that thing attached to his titties where every time he tries to say it, they zap him.
Yes.
Or he fucking doesn't know. There's no way nobody would give him a secret.
They must be threatening to kill his entire family.
Dude.
Or send him to prison like he belongs.
Even if you love him, like, not to tell that bitch a secret.
Yeah.
So,
not a secret.
Not a secret. You can tell lots of things, but not a secret.
Apparently, they're waiting for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. So apparently, the human race isn't advanced enough mentally, scientifically, to understand them. So they haven't shown who they are yet.
Scientifically, we're still getting excited about dog shit emojis. So, correct.
The Pentagon declined to comment.
Don't they realize, like, declining to comment is basically a comment
suspicious.
of sorts? Like, you commented.
You're suspicious.
I know. Fucking Bailey Sarian. I love her so much.
A spokesperson for NASA has said that one of the agency's key goals is always to search for life in the universe, but they've yet to find signs of extraterrestrial life. So apparently, according to NASA, although we have yet to find signs of extraterrestrial life, they're exploring the solar system beyond to help us find fundamental questions, including whether or not we're alone in the universe. So NASA is saying the opposite. Liars. Apparently. Who do we trust? NASA or this Israeli cybersecurity guy? Space security guy. Not cybersecurity.
I know that everyone lies, so I believe the aliens are there. I believe in the Federation. Why are you just, like, skipping through all your notes?
I mean, I don't need to read all this, but I was also trying to read this. Apparently, in Trump May.
Mm-hmm.
Said. In May, Trump said space is going to be the future, both in terms of defense and offense. We're now the leader on space. Okay, well, he definitely said it exactly like that, but that doesn't make sense.
Bro, if this man is actually retaining a secret relationship with an alien federation...
We're now the leader on space.
Literally, there's no way.
Unless they misquoted him, but I really don't think so.
Dude, he probably does have the secrets. Can you fucking believe this shit? It's fine.
Apparently... the Space Force, that he created this year, which was like, they already have a TV show about it. It's actually quite good with Steve Carell. The focus is, along with a space command, is on space as a military domain for the U.S., presenting satellites and communications and a focus on geopolitics in a new terrain. So great.
A new terrain because they've murdered Mother Earth and there's nowhere left for them to have a base camp except for in the atmosphere, like outside.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe outside the atmosphere? Not, you know what I meant. In the ozone layer? Somewhere out there in the great beyond.
I mean, basically, the gist of the rest of this article is that most people think that he's probably full of shit or that it's a practical joke or a publicity stunt. But I don't know.
I think there's like a little sprinkle of truth in every rumor. Like, that's just who I am as a person.
Yeah.
So, do I think there's a federation? Probs not.
What does that mean? What does it entail, Like,
well,
are we talking multiple universes that you can just, like, have a really fast ship that jumps to?
Yes. Well, in Star Trek, it's like they have a federation of all these spaceships and they go out and they, like, kind of protect the universe and they go to these different Earths and lands and whatever and they, like, make peace treaties and they, like, that's whatever. But I don't know. I guess because we're on Earth, it makes sense that every movie be like Earth is the leader. But you know my position on this. I think we're like way, way younger than we realize, and I think we're probably like the most least advanced, and every other fucking planet with life on it is like, come on, bitches, fuck.
Sure.
Somebody at a brief is like, they can't even get past fucking climate change, guys. We're gonna be waiting a fucking while. Some little fucking green alien is just sitting at a round table like, Jesus Christ.
Well, then the other thing that I wanted to talk about that happened this year was in April when the Pentagon basically released 3 sightings of unidentified aerial phenomenon that had already been circulating for years among alien enthusiasts, and a few skeptical civilians, but the military had already confirmed the existence of the clips but refused to share the material more broadly previously. And they said that it could cause exceptionally grave damage to the national security of the United States, whatever the fuck that means.
How is the Pentagon going to be like, yeah, there's UFOs, and then NASA's going to be like, oh, no, haven't seen
NASA's like, who? Where? With what?
You did what? With who? That's fucking NASA. Meanwhile, the Pentagon's like, fuck it. Yeah, there's aliens. Yeah. They're, like, so busy chasing down fucking tweets. They're like, yeah, whatever. There's aliens. Like, we got shit to do. Yeah. We're busy.
Oh, we're busy.
Okay.
Yeah, so what changed to make these, like, bureaucrats concede to the extraterrestrial lobby, which made up at the moment of characters ranging from former Senate Majority Leader Harry M. Reid to former Blink-182 frontman Tom DeLonge.
Not Blink-182.
Well, it doesn't surprise me he's into aliens. It seems to have something to do with uncertainty. The reason that they're willing to share it, I guess, because they don't really have to confirm or deny anything.
Yeah. But at some point, like, we're getting very transparent, like, online. People are seeing shit, they're sharing it at rapid speed. Like, they can only deny certain things for so long with that level of access, you know? Mm-hmm. You can only take down so many videos, Pentagon.
Yeah. The Defense Department said it uncorked the videos to dispel any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that has been circulating was real or whether or not there is more to the videos, which did they even answer that? I don't know. Not a very helpful explanation.
No, they don't.
It seems to quell, like, very little of the speculation.
Yeah, because it's like when you ask a person a direct question and they just, like, kind of veer off onto something else to distract you.
Yeah, they're basically just like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're unidentified. They fly. Put two and two together, peeps.
Yeah, and obviously no authority ever wants to admit it's powerless to understanding something, and the scientists want to understand, but obviously our government's not going to be like, oh, we don't know. They're just going to be like, you figure it out.
Governments as a whole can't even be transparent about, like, the minor details. Like, they're definitely collectively not going to be like, yeah, let's tell them about the fucking aliens.
Well, apparently the videos, which I watched, but they're,
some grainy little light flickers.
According to the New York Times, a clip from 2004 was filmed by 2 Navy fighter pilots and shows a round object hovering above the water, like 100 miles out into the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, I saw that one. That's pretty cool.
2 videos filmed in 2015 show objects moving through the air, one of which is spinning, and a pilot is heard yelling, "Look at that thing, dude, it's rotating."
Yeah, I think I saw that one too.
He was stoned.
He was like, bro, it's rotating.
In a statement, the Pentagon said, after a thorough review, the department has determined that the authorized release of these unclassified videos does not reveal any sensitive capabilities or systems and does not impinge? What the fuck does that mean?
Infringe?
Whatever. On any subsequent investigations of military airspace incursions by unidentified aerial phenomenon. That was a really ridiculous
Why so
sentence.
many fucking adjectives?
That was a lot to say.
That's how they do it. They mindfuck you by just saying big words at you at rapid
in
pace.
a statement by the Pentagon, here's a series of words that don't make any sense together.
It's like the beginning of Pineapple Express. I fucking don't know what's going on.
But yeah, apparently they said that they released the videos to clear up any misconceptions about whether, like, it was real, but
there are
didn't.
No misconceptions. We know it's fucking real. We want you to tell us, are the aliens green?
And then
Do
they said,
look like us?
all it is unidentified. That's all I'll say.
How is anything on this earth unidentified? How does any government allow all this unidentified shit to just fly around? You don't. Because you are experimenting on us.
Well,
and
they definitely know some shit.
We're probably allowing it. There's definitely, like, a market out there for people who are like, yes.
Rich people probably, there's probably, like, an illegal,
I feel like it's definitely, like, people like me, like, all the people that are like, we think we're hipsters, but we're not quite there, but, like, we want to know the aliens. They can experiment on me for $500.
For $500, that's not even enough.
Girl, I gotta put money towards my cat addiction. I gotta take it where it comes.
That's fair.
Uh-oh, she's lighting up the fatty guys.
But anyway, that's all I got.
That's all she wrote. Guys, I have to tell you the most amazing thing. After several episodes of hysterical crying, and when I say hysterical, I mean fucking hysterical crying, I finally had a breakdown the other day and was like, babe, you don't love me. You're never gonna give me a naked cat. And he got me one. Wait, I think I told everybody this at the last one, didn't I?
I was waiting for you to realize that you
I'm gonna be
told
honest,
everyone in the last episode.
It's possibly illegal, but I think I'm like a teeny tiny touch contact high. And it does, in fact, make your shit blissfully unaware.
It's really nice.
I mean, she's settling in the lungs.
Oh my gosh. It's very good.
She's going
very
in
nice
deep.
flower.
Here's the dealio. We'll be back next week. I can't promise that...
Cookies and cream. Oh, this one says 18%. Well, whatever.
You got that discount 18%?
Yeah.
Listen, it's doing its job.
It's working. It's nice. It's great.
This weekend we're going to 2 reptile expos to get more snaky snakes. And I'm so excited. We filmed a YouTube video.
Because, like, 15 isn't enough.
And Sean immediately said offensive shit. And I had to be like, okay, we can't use any of this.
Yeah.
I was telling a doctor at work today about the naked cat. And the cat that I'm getting, Sean showed me a picture of his brother. And he's way fucking uglier. And I want him so bad. And Sean was like, no. And I told the doctor at my work, and she was like, he's awful opinionated. And I'm like, dude, I know. He's ruining my life. And she was like, I wouldn't let anybody tell me what kind of cat to get.
Yes, but you do already have 4 cats.
Here's the thing. That's neither here nor there.
I'm just saying. I'm just pointing it out.
He should let me pick the cat that I want. And the worst part is that I'm pretty sure, like, we're meeting them at a neutral location because of where with COVID too, they probably don't want people in their house, and like we can meet out in the open. But the way she worded the text, I think the person that's picking up the brother is also going to be there. So I'm going to get to see that little fucking wrinkly shit in person. I already bought Rumple a hoodie. This is bad.
I thought it was for Petrie.
Petry's fat ass.
I know.
He literally could not get one hop in that.
He's so
not
fat.
Not one. All my animals are morbidly obese, guys.
Arlo's not. Arlo's skinny as fuck.
Arlo is the equivalent of a fucking dad bod. You know he's got a pooch. A little fat pooch, like right at the bottom.
Barely. He's like a skinny little thing.
He's not, guys. Don't listen to her. I'll post him on the Instagram for proof with a circle around his pot belly.
Okay. You
should follow us on Instagram. We never say it, but you should.
It's true. We never say it.
Creepy Cannabis.
At Creepy Cannabis Pod.
Pod? Okay, I was like, what is our Instagram?
Because podcast was too long, and I think it was also...
Taken
or something.
Creepy Cannabis Podcast was taken?
No, it wasn't. I don't know. I just did pod because it was shorter.
Okay. Guys, we'll do better. Love you long time. Are you going to say goodbye?
Oh, thanks for listening.
Are you going to say goodbye?
I didn't know we were done. Okay, thanks for listening.
Bye. Yo.